Imagine a man so skilled in martial arts that he could seemingly anticipate every move of his opponent. Yet, in his early 20s, Bruce Lee made a decision that shocked many. He abandoned the very martial arts he had mastered. Why would someone with such talent reject tradition? The answer lies not in arrogance, but in relentless observation, experience, and a pursuit of truth that would eventually redefine combat itself. Bruce Lee was born in 1940 in San Francisco, raised in Hong Kong, where martial arts were not just sport but a way of life. From the age of 13, he trained rigorously in Wing Chun under IP Man, developing extraordinary speed and precision. However, it was in his late teens and early 20s that Lee began encountering situations that would challenge everything he had learned. One of the most documented events occurred at a university martial arts exhibition in the early 1960s. Bruce faced multiple opponents in controlled sparring, demonstrating skill beyond the traditional forms he had mastered. Witnesses reported that while Lee could predict and counter his opponent's moves, he also recognized a limitation. Rigid traditional techniques often slowed reaction time when facing unpredictable attacks. In his own writings, Bruce noted, "Style is what we do, not what we say. When you try to fit life into a fixed mold, you lose the essence of reality." This realization struck him deeply. He saw that traditional martial arts, with their strict forms and sequences, often failed under real-world pressure. Life lesson number 1: skill without adaptability is limited. Mastery is valuable, but only when it evolves with the challenges life presents. Another pivotal moment occurred during street encounters in Hong Kong. Lee, known for defending himself without unnecessary aggression, noticed that techniques learned in formal practice sometimes failed against unconventional moves. He realized that clinging to tradition could be dangerous outside the dojo. Life lesson number 2: observing reality without bias is essential. True understanding comes from testing theory in practice. After these experiences, Bruce began a period of deep analysis. He examined multiple martial arts: Western boxing, fencing, judo, wrestling, and even philosophy. In his notes, he wrote, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own." Bruce Lee's aim was clear: create a system free of unnecessary formality, one that prioritized efficiency, speed, and adaptability. Traditional martial arts often emphasized ritual, stance, perfection, and rigid sequences. Lee realized that these could hinder survival in real combat. Through years of experimentation, he began blending techniques from boxing, fencing, and various Chinese martial arts, always testing against live sparring partners. Importantly, he kept meticulous records, noting which movements were effective and which were not. The result was Jeet Kune Do, or the way of the Intercepting Fist. Unlike traditional systems, Jeet Kune Do had no fixed patterns. It emphasized directness over formality, of motion over tradition, adaptation over imitation. A key turning point was when Lee sparred with famous martial artists of his time, including Wong Jack Man in 1964. Contemporary accounts indicate the fight was short but intense, highlighting Lee's focus on simplicity, timing, and efficiency over adherence to form. This confrontation solidified his belief that real combat demanded flexibility, not dogma. Life lesson number 3: innovation comes from observation, testing, and the courage to discard outdated practices. Life lesson number 4: efficiency matters more than aesthetics. Excellence is measured in results, not tradition. Bruce Lee's journey was not without hardship. In 1970, he suffered a severe back injury while performing a weightlifting exercise. Doctors warned he might never walk normally again, but Lee applied the same philosophy to recovery as he did to martial arts. He analyzed, experimented, and adapted. By modifying his training and incorporating rehabilitation techniques, he returned stronger and more aware of his body's limitations. Lee also faced professional setbacks. Hollywood was largely skeptical of Asian martial artists. Traditional martial arts instructors criticized him for abandoning the classics. Yet Lee persisted, proving that staying true to reality rather than tradition was worth the struggle. Through these challenges, Bruce taught lessons far beyond combat: adapt to circumstances. Life doesn't follow a fixed form. Success requires flexibility. Test your assumptions. Don't accept wisdom blindly, verify through experience. Overcome setbacks with analysis. Injuries, failures, or criticism are opportunities to refine your method. Focus on fundamentals, efficiency. Speed and adaptability are more valuable than rigid perfection. In essence, abandoning traditional martial arts was not rebellion. It was a rigorous, reality-based decision to embrace effectiveness and personal truth over ritual. Bruce Lee's legacy reminds us that mastery is not about imitation, but about understanding the essence of a practice and applying it wisely. Bruce Lee's journey from Wing Chun prodigy to the founder of Jeet Kune Do is a lesson in courage, observation, and adaptability. It shows that sometimes the bravest choice is to leave behind what everyone else believes is right so you can create something better.